Alright, what's going on, guys? So this is a very late, not extreme late, but it's pretty late for me, impressions and thoughts about the Call of Duty beta. The Modern Warfare beta it just passed. It was open to everybody, so you got to try out the cross plat and everything like that. Now, I do want to talk about the cross plat. The cross plat, it works way better than what I thought it would. Like, there was times where, like, if you're a good console player, you can keep up with good PC players, and even like watching that stream or whatnot of like Shroud and Scump and stuff, like some pro players and streamers, like the controller player was really not even just putting up, he was beating them by like a landslide. Excuse me. But he was beaten by a landslide. Now, how much is that going to pertain to when the game fully releases and it's out to the public? You got really good PC players, and from what I experienced, like, I had a tougher time with PC players than console players, so it might be a bigger deal in the grand scheme of things when the game releases and is out to the public, because PC players, I guess they're just gonna be better off rip. Anyways, but it functions really well. The game wasn't laggy. It didn't feel like it was off by any means. So I feel like something like this is gonna be the standard, because even when it comes to like Apex, it's not cross-plat, but you can play on controller, and there's plenty of good controller players on Apex, and they're competing with PC players. So I think the whole thing where it's that much of a skill gap is not going to be such an issue. Now, every gun, it has a certain recoil and has a certain type of pattern, and it's definitely something that you got to get used to. Like, the AK jumps like a whole lot. It jumps a lot, like vertical, so you're gonna want that vertical grip and stuff like that. And there's always a pro and a con to almost everything that you can attach to the weapon, and that's one of the things that I love about this Call of Duty. They approach the gun customization a whole lot differently, and it actually really does play bigger roles than it used to, at least in my opinion, than other Call of Duties. Like, if you wanted something like fast ADS, you gotta equip it that way, but your range is gonna suffer. And in something like this in Ground War, which I should have done but I never did, I should have equipped my gun with like a heavy barrel, a heavy stock and stuff like that, so I can get those long range shots. But a lot of the times, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, a lot of times I was indoors, and a lot of times, like, a lot of the big fights, I don't know if you guys ever played any of the Borderlands, I mean not Borderlands, I'm sorry, but Battlefield games, but those close quarter maps like Operation Metro and stuff like that, it reminds me a lot of that, especially in that Seek Flag where you got that bridge right down there. People hold up on each side and just start spraying, like right there at that bridge. But it's really fun. The game is really fun. The best game mode so far is this game mode and gunfight. Gunfight because it feels really good as a competitive wise, and this because it feels fresh. It's obviously something that's been done plenty of times by the Battlefield community, or Battlefield games, I'm sorry, but it's refreshing for the Call of Duty community, and it doesn't really get that Battlefield feel. It just feels like COD on big maps, and if you like COD, you're gonna love this, in my opinion, because you still got the crazy kill streaks popping off. You got tanks now, which is not a kill streak. The tanks are just there, stationary, as long as with other vehicles, so you can get around the map. And these maps are big, but they're not so big like Battlefield maps. Like, Battlefield maps are way bigger than these maps. Way bigger. Like, What else? What else do I want to talk about? The sound. The sound. I did have a problem with the sound. Now, with the sound, it works really good. Or let me say that it's really good when it works. Because when it works, the sound is amazing. And the gun sounds, for the most part, almost every single time, the gun sounds is on point. It's just the footsteps and other types of sounds. Sometimes even type of like grenade type sounds when they get thrown next to you. Sometimes you don't hear it. That only happened to me like a handful of times where I didn't hear the grenade bounce next to me. But for the most part, I didn't hear footsteps from time to time. Like I'll hear, like, it seemed like when it's like one-on-one, I can hear them more clearly. But when even when it's just with a couple of them on the other team, like say there's two coming towards me and I'm locked up inside of a warehouse or a room, I'll probably hear one, and if I kill them, I won't hear like the other guy. Or if there's three, I won't hear the other two guys. It's weird like that, and I'm hoping it's a bug. It's not something that's like permanent in the game. And maybe sometimes these guys were using dead silence, because that is a thing still in this game. Dead silence, but it seems like it's more controlled because it's a like some type of like consumable. I forgot what they're called. Like you could drop an ammo box. You can activate dead silence. You could drop a deployable shield and a couple other things I forgot. I almost killed myself there. I was gonna be pissed. But anyways, the guns feel good. The gameplay is good. The controls are obviously solid. They're you know, Call of Duty. They never had a problem with controls. Also, like Call of Duty. For me, a little bit of history for Call of Duty on me. I played every single Call of Duty. The worst ones that I played was Ghost and Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare at least had a decent story. Ghost, it was an entertaining story. It was like stupid, but entertaining. Because you know Call of Duty always does those big epic scenes. So they had it in Ghost, but the story was just trash. I didn't even pay attention much to it. Infinite Warfare, it was good. It felt like, you know, if Call of Duty ever did like a Halo type game, it felt sort of like that, and I felt like it was probably one of the best campaigns in the series, because the whole aspect that you got side missions, you got a hub. Like it felt like they were evolving the campaign, not just mission to mission, you know. So that felt good about Infinite Warfare. And then for me, all the other Call of Duties were just solid. You know, I've been a fan because I'm a fan of shooters, but Call of Duty hasn't been my favorite shooter series until like recently. Now it's becoming one of my favorites. So I mean, I don't try to approach things biasly. Like, at least I don't try. I know there's certain games, probably like Halo, I probably might get biased because it's like my favorite. But anyways, before I get any more off topic, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, one of the things about the network, even though, like, going back to crossplay, even though it works good for the most part, there is times when you are doing crossplay. Like if you go into a match, you finish it, and you want to go into another match, you know, keep that same lobby going, you can't, because you would have to break up the party and then re-party up with your friends if you're going crossplay. Like say I'm on PC, somebody's on Xbox, I would have to break it up, go back in, and then we'll go again. Then it'll work. But if you don't do it, it won't work. But from one of my experience with just consoles only, or even if I plug in a controller to my PC, it works like clockwork, like it should. But I think they fixed that like close to the end of the beta. I'm pretty sure that'll be one of the things that they fix like early on, like real quick. But hopefully that's not a problem when it launches, because I am purchasing this game on PC. To me, it's worth it, and I'm purchasing it on PC. Because one, I really want to get better on this mouse and keyboard stuff because it's pretty difficult. Coming from console to PC is a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Especially when you want to play competitive, because most PC players they are good already. You know, they got a good shot and they're pretty aware. I mean, you drop like $1,000 on a PC, you're pretty serious about gaming. You got some skills, in my opinion. Most people. Now, the thing. Let's see what else is there that I wanted to talk about this game. I have it all in my head, but then once I go to talking, oh, I'm glad I didn't like forget this topic. Snipers. I'm gonna go down each gun right now. ARs, they feel, for the most part, they feel solid. Each one feels good, and the best one so far is the M4 in my opinion, because it's so and that's pretty much the first gun you get, because it's pretty easy to handle. The recoil is there, but it's pretty minimal when it's bare gun, and then when you put everything on it, it's like, look at that, it's like a laser. So it's pretty good on that part. And then the 8K as well, it got a really big jump. But then, you know, I guarantee most guns, when you kit it right, they'll work, they'll be really good. The FAMAS is amazing. Freaking, this guy in one lobby was downing my whole team in like one burst. The FAMAS is amazing. The shotguns, pretty much all of them are pretty good. They hit pretty far, at least comparable to like other shotguns and other shooters. Like these are like, for instance, it wouldn't be so much good in this unless you're like holding down a certain room, but it's it's definitely killer on the like traditional game modes of Call of Duty. And this game is a little bit more campy than most Call of Duties, at least most Call of Duties of recent age, of recent time. So if you guys despise that, this probably isn't the game for you. Because the recent Call of Duty is a more rushing, more in-your-face type thing, and they try to promote like not camping, which is fine. I like to play not camping, as you can see in my gameplay. But this one, you really gotta check your corners, because the time to kill is pretty fast, and there's plenty of corners that you can get hit by. It's not like the 3-lane like before. And that's what I don't get. Like, people were asking for no more 3-lane. They were asking for, you know, modern gameplay back, modern warfare back. We get all these things, and then we just go to complaining again. So whatever. I mean, I just don't get it with us gamers. We just so picky, so picky. But the snipers, that's one of the big things that I have a problem with. The snipers, when you got the sniper scope on it, you get that sniper glare. But if you put like a 4 times or something else, like a 2 times or whatever the heck else, there's no glare. And I'm talking about, you can be so accurate, especially on PC. I'm seeing people just taking out whole teams, which is cool. You know, I mean, I guess if you got it, do it. But that jump was so annoying. But anyways, I'm just gonna end it right there because I'm taking way too long. Hopefully you guys enjoy this impressions. I'll see you guys later. Peace. You see, look, están campeando todos, which is everybody's camping. So as you can see, he was complaining about that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.